Afternoon, VC. Just got a few things that have come in this past week. Extremely varied again. Seems to be the deal. All over the place. Again, I'm not digging quite as much, but records just keep coming in. People keep dangling treats in front of my nose, so we end up with records. So yeah, we'll get into it. Currently playing in the background is Hosiana Mantra from Popol Vuh. I didn't have any Popol Vuh, and it came up in a chat with Chris Cole and Brandon and Dom and Alex, and Brandon sent me a link to this record at Dusty Groove. It was for a really good price, and so I picked it up. It's gorgeous music. Celestial Harmonies copy from 1981, so an alternate artwork. This is Florian Frick. I think his wife did the artwork, actually. And Connie Viet is on guitar. They're both from Gila, that band. So yeah, Florian Frick on piano and harpsichord. Connie's on guitar. This is otherworldly music. Really, really good. Not sure why I'm just getting around to it. John and Bill have been all over this band for a while now. But excellent stuff. Really chill. And then the complete opposite, like polar opposite of that stuff, is AC/DC. Dom bought a bunch of classic rock records, and I reached out to him to see if he had any Bon Scott era AC/DC, and he had a few, so I grabbed these from him really cheap. Power Age. So this is a 1978 copy on Atlantic, US copy, and then Highway to Hell. This one is a club edition from the original year, I believe. And these are both in decent shape, so I grabbed these. And Alan had raved about his British pressings of AC/DC, and it got the wheels turning. Well, it took me back to 1980 when I first heard AC/DC, when I heard Back in Black. I think it was actually 1981 is when I first heard that record, because I heard Rush Moving Pictures at the same time, and that was released, I think, in 81. So I was like 8 years old. My friend had the cassettes, and we went out in the hedgerow and played them on his little cassette player, because we had to be discreet about it, because we both would have got our asses kicked if our parents found out we were listening to rock and roll. And I just remember AC/DC blew my mind, and so did Rush. I ascended to Rush more, and I ended up buying all their CDs back in the day. But AC/DC, I never explored stuff prior to Back in Black. I just always heard what was on the radio. So I of course heard Highway to Hell and some of the songs off these records, but I never actually had the records and played them all the way through. So this is kind of fun to go back in their catalog and jam some of this stuff. Freaking just, why am I talking about this? You know this stuff. It's killer. And then in the package from Dom, he added a couple items of VCLT. Jimmy Smith plays Fats Waller. This is an original mono pressing that he got, I think, in a box of records that was given to him. And I love Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith is my church. This is great stuff for like tomorrow morning, for Sunday morning, so that's when it's going on. Thanks, man. This is a huge addition to the Jimmy Smith collection. And then he also threw in a 7-inch that he picked up at the show he went to in Philadelphia to see June of '44. That had 2 copies left, and he saw it was on B-Core, so he grabbed me one, which was extremely thoughtful. And it's got 2 cuts here, Southeast of Boston and Dexterity of Luck. And I really dig the A-side. There's vibes that start the song. The vocals almost remind me of this band Catherine that Sam the Vinyl Douche brought up recently, that I went back and listened to. That I have all their CDs. The one dude in the band was married to Darcy from Smashing Pumpkins, and the vocalist on, especially on that Southeast of Boston, reminds me of the vocalist from Catherine for some reason. And this is unlike anything I've ever heard on B-Core, and I didn't even know Jordy put this out. And it's been out for a long time. I forget when this came. It was their 66th release on the B-Core label. So yeah, very cool. I dig this. So I need to look into more of June of 44. It's not a band I really ever got into. Really cool. Thanks, man. This is gonna start a wormhole. And the main reason the package came is because I pre-ordered this book from Angry Mom Records, and it's incredible. Milford Graves, A Mind Body Deal. This has a bunch of artwork from Milford Graves in it that's just spectacular. It has a lot of information on the records that were released. There's just tons of stuff in here. Really interesting things. Let me see where some of the records are. Yeah, so it shows like the record, the New York Art Quartet that he played on, things like that. Great photographs, pictures of the records. Of course, my most holiest of grails is right here. The art cover at Yale University. I think it went for just under 10 grand. The last copy I saw for sale on Carolina Soul. But really cool book. Looking forward to going through the whole thing. Just got that. Let's see what else we have here. As far as records, I got one record from Permanent. I had actually ordered this from Lunchbox here, but someone went in and bought them out right before my order went in, and so I got refunded, and so I had to find it elsewhere. But the Pyramids, Birth Speed Merging, 1976. Jason out in LA area just found an original of this. Those are a little bit out of my price range, so to see these reissued is fantastic, and so I grabbed this one. But it's, you know, Idris Hackamore and the Pyramids. Fantastic group. This is going to be one of my favorite record pickups of the year, even though it came out last year. But you know, it says 2022 Strut. Idris Hackamore is a great horn player, and there's so many great instruments in this group. Bamboo flutes, harp. The guitars are good on this. There's a talking drum. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And there's two other Pyramids records, and there was a box set too. I think Brandon showed the box set. I missed out on the box set. So I'm going to try to grab those other two reissues at some point down the line. And then back to B-Core records. Oddly enough, there was a knock on the door this morning, and I'm in my shorts, so I didn't go out because it's like 20 degrees here, which is dumb because we're almost on the border of South Carolina. It shouldn't get this cold here, but it did. So I throw on my clothes and run out there, and in the mailbox was a cassette from B-Core Records, from Buen Destino. Or Buen Destino. Members of It's Not Not and Stand Still. This is heavy shit. And I don't have any cassettes on B-Core. I don't know, they rarely put out cassettes. They always do CD or vinyl. So this was cool, and it's limited to 100 copies. I saw that they had put this together and got in touch, and they sent me one, and it got here in like a week. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, B-Core Records in Barcelona, Spain. Been around for like 30 some years. This is really cool. There's some clips on YouTube. I'll try to leave a link. I mean, it's just real heavy stuff. There's here. set, and it's a nice little folded insert that they added in the band. So Buen Destino. Yeah. Freaking killer. That's what's come in this week. Hope you're all well. Peace.